After delivering her vision for the year in the State of the State address earlier this month, Governor Kathy Hochul followed up with the framework in her fiscal year 25 executive budget unveiling.
And today, New Yorkers will learn about how we're presenting a solid, balanced budget without cuts or added burdens.
The $233 billion budget would be the largest budget in the state's history, and according to the governor, it was accomplished without raising income taxes.
Now, there is growth. State spending is up nearly $6 billion over last year. That's a 4.5% increase year over year, and across our major spending categories. This budget proves that you can have fiscal discipline and that can coexist with people-driven progressive policies. And we did it with a laser focus on the needs of everyday New Yorkers. Now, in the coming year, with our partners in the legislature, we're going to take on some of the stubborn issues.
All while advocates and progressive lawmakers have called on Hochul to increase taxes on wealthy New Yorkers. The governor's proposal emphasized crime, public health, affordability, health care, and helping the state's economy.
But the truth is, we can't spend like there's no tomorrow, because tomorrow always comes.
After glossing over the topic in her State of the State address, all eyes were on the governor to give more detail on how she planned to help address the migrant crisis this year. Last year, the state provided $1.9 billion in funding to help with the influx of migrants. This year, the governor proposed $2.4 billion to help with the crisis, $500 million of which will come from the state's reserves, which the governor's office said is intended for use during one-time emergencies.
We're doing this not just because it's the right thing to do for the migrants and for the city of New York. We also know that companies won't do business in New York if there are thousands of people sleeping on the streets, or the quality of life is dramatically impacted because the city is forced to cut essential services. We must support the city of New York in this moment to avoid these disastrous effects and to protect our economy and state revenues in the short term and long term as well.
When asked by reporters about using the state's reserves to help fund the migrant crisis, Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie maintained reserves should be used in times of need.
You know, reserves, rainy day funds, it's supposed to be for difficult times. I think this is a difficult time. So using reserves for this, I think it actually fits the criteria.
Meanwhile, Assembly Republican Minority Leader William Barclay placed blame on Democrats for not addressing the root causes of the issues.
Well, here we go. I mean, how come we were in this situation? Well, because we have a Democratic administration in Washington that hasn't addressed the border crisis, has not secured the border. I'm pleased at least she said she's going to go back down to Washington next week. I think she said she's going to advocate for a more secure border and then look for federal money to help pay for this. I think it's a good idea. You know, I'm not thrilled to have to spend any money on the migrant crisis. I don't think using our rainy day funds is the right idea. I would join her in trying to advocate for the federal government to pick up the tab.
The minority leader also said he was pleased that the governor addressed issues the conference has prioritized, including outmigration, crime, and affordability. State Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins said there is more to come with upcoming budget negotiations.
Obviously, we have committed to continue to financially help New York City, and this is her approach. We're going to talk about, her approaches to a lot of things in the budget. That's why this is going to be an exciting season. We can't wait.
Another aspect of the governor's executive budget that gained traction was housing. Following the fight over housing between the governor and the legislature last year, the governor's executive budget provided the details of a more modest housing plan.
When I presented a transformative housing plan last year, a lot of the members of the legislature said they wouldn't support it. Others said they wanted local control for housing decisions. Okay, let's put that to the test. New York City, a local government, should get the local control they've been asking for.
This year, the governor called for a new tax incentive program, office building conversions, and the legalization of basement apartments to help the housing crisis in New York City.
Now, as governor, I'll continue to take executive actions on housing. And I heard loud and clear from my friends in the legislature that they believe more in carrots than sticks. Let's do that too. To incentivize housing growth in the suburbs and for, in particular, transit-oriented development, which makes all the sense in the world. So how we'll do that, we'll put the carrots to test as well.
And on a statewide level, the governor proposed developing 15,000 housing units at state-owned sites and requiring localities to receive pro-housing certificates to access state funding. But progressive lawmakers and advocates have been pushing the governor to focus on tenant protections. And advocates doubled down on their calls for those protections in the days after the unveiling of the executive budget. At a rally, Tracy Adams, a local organizer with Vocal New York, calls on Hochul to invest in the Housing Access Voucher Program and enact a budget that would ensure equal access to HIV housing assistance.
Yeah, I covered the whole state of New York. In 2020, my landlord evicted me. That was during the pandemic. But I want to tell you something. If we had rest of state housing, I wouldn't have to leave my home and go to another city looking for housing.
Advocates will continue to call on the governor to take action on a slew of other high-profile legislative priorities, including taxes on the wealthy, safe injection sites, and support health-based approaches to crime. The release of the executive budget means budget negotiations are underway. The legislature has released a public hearing schedule. Over the next few weeks, New Yorkers will give their input on various aspects of the state's budgets, including health, mental hygiene, education, public protection, and more.